Hey everybody, OCD Mikey, Hi-Fi Guy here, and I wanted to get with you all to go over why I love vinyl, what I love about vinyl, because I know y'all think that I can't stand vinyl and and all this stuff, which is totally wrong. I don't recommend that anybody start it if you've never started it unless you are into the art of it, okay? And we don't need to have that discussion now, but what I want to show you now is just a little example of why I love vinyl and what I think is great about it, like the strong suit about it. So today, I'm over at my friend Isaac's house, and he turns me on to Betty Davis. Betty Davis was a singer who was married to Miles Davis. That's where the Davis name comes from. Now, she was with Hugh Masekela before that, left Hugh Masekela, they broke up, and Miles married her afterwards. So I didn't know about her, and I was listening. She actually introduced Hendrix to Miles. So she was an influential singer back in the time, but you don't hear, at least I haven't heard of her. So maybe she's not, you don't hear of her as much, but I found out about it from this album. And you go inside, you get this beautiful art, okay? Like this is almost, it gives you so much more of a feeling of being there or more intimacy with her. You could not recreate this on a tablet the way that I look at art, or I look at the art, even if they had this. I don't know if they even have that image on the notes or whatever of, Tidal or what have you. But so you get some beautiful art like this. And then what's really fantastic is inside here, and this is really what I love about vinyl, is you get booklets that come with it. And inside here, I learned they've got, copies of letters that were written about her when they were trying to sign her. And Betty Mabry was her name. And they talk about, these are the T.O. Macero, Jimmy Wisner. These are guys that are record label guys. They're talking about to sign her, the contracts, what'll be in it. And you read here the history. And in here's one with Miles, beautiful artwork. This is a interview with Betty Davis. An interview in here, she asking about how she met Hugh, what happened, how she ended up with Miles. This interview here is something you'd never get on the tablet. You'd never get this from Tidal. You wouldn't be able to see any of this stuff. And it's so much more of an immersive experience in this artist. It really brings you into the music much more. So that's what I appreciate about vinyl, is this intimate experience. I felt really like I got a deep dive on this woman when I first met. I first found out about her, and within a couple minutes, I'm having a deep dive about how she came into the art, who she was with, and she's talking about Miles and Hugh. She calls him Huey. It's great, man. And some more interviews here with Harvey Brooks, who must have been one of the record guys. I don't know who that is. But then there's one with Hugh Masekela right here, where they're interviewing Hugh. These are contracts showing, who was on the dole, who was getting paid on the different productions, and it's super cool stuff. Look at, these are the different artists or different people that Herbie Hancock, that produced Wayne Shorter. I mean, these are all people in New York. One guy, James McCarty from Detroit, of course. You got some soul in Detroit. But so this is fantastic. Look at the level of credits, the vocals and all this stuff. You would get very basic level of credits on Tidal or on Rune or whatever. You'd get just the hard brass tacks of what record label it was, and so this is very, very comprehensive information that you get in a record album that you just don't really get in the digital counterpart, okay? So from the experience of the media, this is so much more comprehensive, and it's just so much more enjoyable. Here's Stevie Wonder. This is the first pressing. Isaac found a very first pressing, still sealed, from the 70s, or from the 80s, I'm sorry. And was it from the 80s or the 70s?
70s.
It's from the 70s, okay, still sealed. And look, and in here you get this beautiful, the lyrics, and when you see it, like, look how they have it written
like this. So it looks like poetry. It is poetry. And you see how beautiful these songs are. This brings me more into the music. I can really feel, just by the arrangement of the vocals, more what's going on in this creation than I can if I'm just listening. If you see it, it's different than if you just hear it, isn't it? I mean, you can see the verses and how it's set aside, so you know there's pauses here. You know these are sort of, they supersede one another, these different, and it's just very, see, look how pain, ordinary pain, ordinary pain, how this is written, it's just, you get a better feel for the music, okay? And look how beautiful it is with the nice cursive, font that they've gotten here. It's just a really something else. So I love to be able to have this tactile experience of the art, and it really brings me closer to the art. So this is what I really love about vinyl. Now, am I going to collect it now because of this? Probably not. But I'm definitely going to come to Isaac's house or your house and enjoy the artwork. So just wanted to bring that to you guys. Thanks for joining. See you.